that Dallas will present? Obviously, they're a pretty good team.
Yeah, very good team. Obviously, 4 wins and 4 wins and a loss, is it? I should know that, shouldn't I? Obviously, they're the top of the league, and that's for a reason. They're a really good team, very well organised, some very influential players, and a nice wee test for us.
We were talking to Darren just a moment ago, talking about team defense, and he said there's still plenty of things we have to do to improve, and it's all about repetition in training. Could you elaborate a little bit on what you're doing defensively to improve?
Yeah, well, you're always trying to look to improve in everything, and the defence is it's tweaking it here, tweaking it there. It's so that everybody, not just the back line, but all 11 players know exactly what everybody's doing, and that takes time. There's no magic wands. There's no secret formula. It's time. It's understanding. It's putting them in awkward situations and discomfort under stress, so they make the decision that's generally the right decision, hopefully, come game time. So we try and replicate that as much as we can in training, and hopefully then it just starts becoming second nature.
How would you qualify the team's improvement over the first 4 games of the season?
Lots, actually, to tell you the truth. I'll be blatantly honest, the start of the Vancouver game, I didn't know really where we were. I think, as you can see now, we've played 4 pretty good opponents, and we've been competitive. We've been competitive in all the games. We've got things to improve, of course, but we're looking like a team that can handle its own with most teams now, with all the teams. And now we've got that competitive kind of foundation laid. Now we can start building into kind of playing forward and attacking and being a bit more open's a bad word, but more kind of creative, because everybody now has a little foundation to kind of to fall back on.
What's Terry's injury status for tomorrow?
He's just he's tweaked his knee. He's actually just gone to see the doctor at the moment, so he's definitely out for this weekend, and he could be out for a short time. It's one of those ones that we don't really know until they speak to the orthopaedic, the actual specialist. So it could be it's not a good one. It could be a short term or a long one. We just have to get the expert advice from the orthopaedic and surgeon, then we kind of go from there.
Any other injury concerns?
Well, Danny Cale's hasn't been well, but I think he drank a bottle of vitamins last night, and hopefully he'll be good to go for the weekend.
That's flu with him, right?
Yeah, so he just had a stomach virus. So I've barred him from training for the past couple of days. So hopefully he doesn't get anybody else kind of sick. But yeah, we'll see. He's improving, all the time. So hopefully he'll be fine.
With Terry out, does that give you? Do you start to think about maybe not using the 2 holding midfielders, or is it just a matter of replacing Terry with someone else, or how does it affect the formation or tactic-wise?
Doesn't really affect them very much. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody knows their jobs. We play with two players that are probably more defensive-minded, but they're not 2 holding midfielders. They're Terry makes quite a few entries into the box. It's just different types of players, if you know what I mean. So no, everybody knows what their job is, and so if obviously Terry's out, so whoever replaces him will know his job and what he needs to do.
With Danny, if he's not up to it tomorrow, about the confidence you have in someone like Galley or one of the other guys to step in.
100% confident with Galley and Daniel. Both have been fantastic since the start. They're always asking questions. They're young guys that are willing to learn. They want to learn. You've got 2 experienced guys in front of them, which is great. So it's a nice little mix. So no, absolutely, I'm absolutely not bothered if Galley has to play. It'd be exciting, or if Daniel has to play it, and I'd be excited to see them on the field.
Playing with the 2, if you want to call them defensive-minded midfielders in front of the back 4, is that sort of continue what you plan to do?
No, not at all. As the team evolves, we evolve with it, and it's obviously, as I said, we're trying to get the best out of the team, about the players, having a nice balance. Whether their strengths are going forward or defending, it's everybody's got strengths, everybody's got weaknesses. So I know sometimes the the fans and the media and that can get caught up in everybody's strengths, but it's the weaknesses that can kind of hurt you as well. And so you're just trying to get a nice rebalance that when we go into the game we can kind of complement both, if you know what I mean.
Robert was talking about a lack of sort of scoring chances just a minute ago. What do you think the team has to do in terms of being more creative and opening up chances for them?
Well, of course, but we can have as many scoring chances as in the whole of the world. But if we're conceding and we're getting broken on, then it's just a waste of time. So as I said, Ernie's got 4 at the moment, so I know he's very greedy. So even if they played with the Barcelona midfield, he'd still ask me for more chances to score. So
he actually said, "I hope I miss chances." And I kind of chuckled at that, and he said, because that means I'm getting chances. But it still seemed like a funny thing to say. I hope I'm in a situation where I miss chances.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't. No, bad strikers, like in every club I've been on, they're the greediest people I've ever come across. All they think about is goals. And Ernie's on the higher echelon of a greedy goal scorer.
But that's their job.
Of course it is. That's why he's here.
Last Saturday post game, Darryl Russell took the 2 goals, particularly the equalizer, personally. But he said, got to shake it off and respond in training next week. Has he? Have you seen him? Is it behind him and he's ready to go for tomorrow?
Of course, yeah, of course. I mean, he had nothing. The first goal was not him at all. It was a number of errors that happened beforehand. It's because he was the last man kind of standing. It kind of fell on him, but that it wasn't his fault at all. And the second goal, these things happen. It's life. It's we move on. We're all grown big men, and it's probably not going to be the last time that it happens to any of these players. So what has been great about it, how much of a professional he is, to be able to hold his hand up and off we go. And it's great for the young guys to see. There's no sulking. There's no moaning. And this we don't sulk. We don't blame anybody. It's a team thing, and it happens. We move on. And he's been in training. He's been great. Mentally, he's absolutely fine because he's such a good pro anyway. So absolutely no reservations or anything. So we have to put in perspective. We can't build Rome in one day, if you know what I mean. But let's just say, as things progress, the team will evolve, and when they start getting more comfortable with each other, and they know that they've got a foundation they can fall back on, a structure they can fall back on, then things will move on. I know for you guys and for fans, sometimes you can get really excited and say we should be playing this and playing like that, but there's a reality to it as well, and the reality is that the more creative you are, the potential you are. If you don't have those plans as well, then the potential you can get opened up and you can get beaten by a lot. And so we have to take little steps.